Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you, your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Why are New Year's resolutions always about getting to the gym more or dieting? We fail ourselves before the first month of the year is already over. Why not resolve to eat better, tastier foods in 2024? Look no further than Fuhrer's Cheese Spread. Stop eating your apples, vegetables, crackers, and chips plain. Give them some flavor. Fuhrer's Cheese Spread awakens your taste buds. Now that's how you start a new year. Find your container of Fuhrer's Cheese Spread today at your local grocery store.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solution. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
Think you need a new furnace due to a cracked heat exchanger? Call Bryant for a free second opinion. Might save you thousands, no matter what brand. Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. We do whatever it takes.
Not many businesses can say they've made it 60 years, but Madsen's Bowling and Billiards can. With 12 bowling lanes and the biggest pool room in Nebraska, where else would you go to enjoy an afternoon or evening? There's a great daily specials like $2 Tuesdays, games of bowling, shoe rentals, draft beers, and tacos, all just $2 each. Have a delicious burger at EJ's Lounge before or after your bowling or pool session, and you'll leave satisfied. Madsen's Bowling and Billiards at 47th and Dudley.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
WWE Friday Night SmackDown returns to Lincoln, January 12th, 6:45 p.m. Pinnacle Bank Arena.
Let's throw down right now.
See Rey Mysterio, LA Knight, Bobby Lashley, The Street Profits, Charlotte Flair, Io Sky, Carlito, and more. It's WWE's Friday Night SmackDown in Lincoln, January 12th. Tickets start at $25 and on sale now. Ticketmaster.
Are you looking for a new spot to relax and unwind? The Post, located on the south side of the Telegraph District on the corner of 20th and N Street, is perfect for a group hangout or a relaxing evening. The Post has plenty of exciting events open to the public, like Whiskey Wednesday and poker tournaments on Sundays. Looking for a spot for a private event? Ask them about their indoor patio. The Post, located at 20th and N Street in Lincoln.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Welcome into The Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0. and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sand Hills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is snowy, but not snowing. Roads are getting cleared off. AD, how are you doing up there in the big town of Omaha?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Glad I left yesterday, bro.
Yeah, seriously, it is not. I mean, it's fine. As long as you drive slow. Yeah. I think it was okay. I didn't slip and slide anywhere, so and I don't have the next is exactly the biggest vehicle. So
yeah, like this is fine. The problem is when you get those people that are going maybe 5 miles a little bit faster than what they should be, and that's what kind of causes the issue because you can't evade and you can't.
Yeah.
You know, I was looking at 511, and as far as the interstates does not look good.
Yeah.
That's the whole different part. I wasn't too concerned about the side streets, but even here in Omaha, it's still coming down pretty good here, at least in the old market area. And they didn't have much at all last night. I mean, it was just it was coming down, but not much sticking. Man, I woke up, looked out there this morning. I got some work to do to uncover the truck.
well, exactly. Is your flight still on time and everything? Like, are we still good?
It's saying good. It's just saying alert, and it says just saying alert. So, like I said, I'm gonna stay with you guys until about 9, and I'm gonna get to the airport, and if I got to make any moves, I'll have to make some moves. But as of right now, it looks good. But when you get that alert on there, you never like seeing that. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. We'll see what happens. It's still coming down here in Omaha, man.
Well, so we have a patch of clear coming right now. There's nothing going on right now. It's just a lot of plows and shoveling happening on the sides. The only thing I don't like, and there's nothing you can do about it, is when they don't have room to put the snow anywhere, and so it just builds up. Well, when you just have a car, you can't really get over the little piles, right? Mm-hmm. So you have to kind of be cognizant of, all right, where am I parking? Where do I need to go? Things like that. Right. Thankfully enough, we have a parking garage like a block away that we have access to. So keep it covered.
Did you do the garage this morning, Nick?
I did. I did the garage. Yeah. So I shoveled that driveway this morning at my house, and that is heavy. I don't care what Jake Sorensen says. I don't know if he's listening. That was heavy. It was too heavy for the snowblower. It just kept getting jammed, and it was too thick, too heavy of snow. So
man,
it was a hefty weight.
That's good for you though. Get your biceps ready for Cancun.
Yeah. It makes me look
out on the beach.
Gets me the beach bod.
That guy been lifting.
Exactly. 1 day or 2 days. 2 days of snow shoveling. Yeah, that gets me jacked.
But you are tan though.
Thank you. I'm a little warm today. I got a little burnt yesterday, so I'm not
turning up the wattage.
I'm gonna be. I went a little too long. I went about a minute or two too long in the spot yesterday. So the parts you can't see on the camera, there are sunburns. There are burns on me.
Yeah,
so,
your face is brown.
Yeah. Well, thank you. So
do you got another session today, Nick?
I do not. No, I'm going to take a day off.
Oh, come on.
I'm going to take today off. I'm going to R&R, rest and recovery.
You're like,
and then I'm going to probably go back tomorrow one final time.
You're going to turn into that lady from Something About Mary.
I've never seen it.
You've never seen it?
I've never seen it. I didn't want to make it too obvious that this was happening, but then I had 4 random people while I'm sitting in the coffee shop yesterday doing work down here at 1040 O Street came up and been like, yeah, you're looking really tan, a little golden. And I was like, oh man, I wonder why. I was like, that's crazy. So, I guess it may be, I guess it may be a pretty obvious, but just not great. So anyway, thanks, Raff. I'm glad you pointed that out.
Oh, yeah, I just say I look over there and you get browner every day.
That's the goal.
When he comes back, I told you, man, you ain't going to be able to tell the difference between me and Nick, man.
That's the dream. No. I mean, I'm still probably going to get sunburnt like the Dickens over there, but it'll be all right. So.
Nick, when do you Thursday? You're flying
Thursday at 6 a.m. Our ride is getting to the house at 3:15 a.m. to take us to the airport. So it's going to be an early morning on Thursday. So all I care about though is that hopefully Nebraska basketball gets a victory tonight, guys. I mean I'm just glad I'm not flying out before or during this game because Nebraska hosts Purdue tonight, gentlemen. It's a big one. It's a big one.
Knock on wood. My flight is I got a direct flight to Dallas, so like I said, I'll be there, settled, get some work done, be able to watch the game. They have an event tonight and it's at the Cowboys practice facility.
Yeah.
Ooh, Frisco.
Yeah, I'm not going.
I'm not going. Facility. It's really nice. I'm not going.
Yeah, I don't want to go.
I'm not going. I'm watching the Purdue game, man. I'm not.
You have to.
Yeah, I'm not missing that game, man. They're like, yeah, come on down. The facility is only, I guess, a block away from my hotel, though, up in Frisco.
Ooh, there's a cigar place right by you then.
Up in Frisco?
Yep, right. Because those guys that came into Capitol one time, they were telling me about their shop where like Emmitt Smith and all them get their cigars from.
Oh, you could smoke a stogie with Emmitt Smith.
Yeah.
There you go.
Somehow he's one of the most overrated running backs ever. No.
Wow. No. Here comes Pete.
No, I like him. But I will not be at their practice facility tonight. Though. I will be watching the Purdue Nebraska game. It's 8:00 tip-off, correct?
8 p.m. tip-off. Got to stay up a little bit later tonight.
These late games are just getting the best of me.
Yeah,
I like being in bed by at least 10, and here I am like going to bed at like 11:30 every night.
It makes that 6:15 alarm go off a little quick. Now, I know there's going to be plenty of people that chime in on the text line like, I wake up at 4:30. I wake up at 5. That's great. I'm glad. But we don't.
Hey, Pete. What's up, Pete? Pete says, AD, you better go visit the Star. That is where greatness begins and ends.
Yeah. Hey, let us know if there's any meetings going on with Jerry Jones and the officials before the playoffs. All right, just let us know if any behind the scenes kind of stuff's going on, a little shady stuff. So.
Yeah, I saw that face off between you and Pete when you walked by him in the mill the other day. I swore I saw eye daggers.
All I said was he looked at me and goes, Nick, and I said, I'm eligible, I swear.
Wow.
And I just walked past. I just walked on by. Anyway, there you go. All right, well.
CJ, good morning to you, brother. He says, clear skies and roads here in Scottsbluff. A balmy 7 degrees.
Yikes.
Dude. Is it blowing there? Is it windy there in Lincoln?
No, it's pretty calm.
Raff, look up at the tree.
That's calm. I mean, the tree's not breaking. It's fine.
It's a little windy. I wouldn't call it a gust, but it's
you're right. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I take it back, AD. It's windy.
It's windy.
It's windy. I didn't see that light pole swaying.
Yeah, it is windy in Omaha, man.
Oh, the stoplight just went down. Yeah, it's not windy though. We're good.
It looked calm when I looked out at first. No snow on the ground was moving.
Anyway, what do we got coming up on the show, gentlemen? AD, I know you're sticking with us till 9, but up until then, what we got, guys, before we go to break?
Well, I'll tell you what. I know you guys will dive deep into the national championship game, maybe at the 9:00 hour. I'll say a few tidbits on that prior to. But when we come back from break, talk a little bit about the national championship game. You guys will dive more into it at 9. Obviously, we'll go to history and then let you guys take it at 9, man.
There it is. All right, Raffy.
Sounds good. All right, we will send it to break. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Are you looking for a new spot to relax and unwind? The Post, located on the south side of the Telegraph District on the corner of 20th and N Street, is perfect for a group hangout or a relaxing evening. The Post has plenty of exciting events open to the public, like Whiskey Wednesday and poker tournaments on Sundays. Looking for a spot for a private event? Ask them about their indoor patio. The Post, located at 20th and N Street in Lincoln.
Problem gambling can destroy an individual's finances, relationships, physical, and mental health. If you or a loved one are struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Adoption of teens from foster care is a topic not enough people know about, and we're here to change that. I'm April Dinwiddie, host of the new podcast, Navigating Adoption, presented by Adopt US Kids. Each episode brings you compelling real-life adoption stories told by the families that live them with commentary from experts. Visit adoptuskids.org/podcast or subscribe to Navigating Adoption, presented by Adopt US Kids. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Administration for Children and Families and the Ad Council.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it twice a day.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it in the morning and before dinner.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it, and share it with my doctor. Nearly 1 in 2 U.S. adults have high blood pressure. That's why it's important to self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. It starts with a monitor.
Now that I know my blood pressure numbers, I talked with my doctor. We're getting those numbers down.
Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. Talk to doctor now and share it.
Be next to talk to your doctor about your blood pressure numbers. Get down with your blood pressure. Self-monitoring is power. Learn more at manageyourbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
Your business runs like a well-oiled machine. It's important that your actual machines do too. Stern is here to make sure you don't have to worry about that. They provide solutions for heavy equipment and automotive fuels, lubricants, and equipment guard options. And with Stern's commitment to customer service for the past 40 years, you know you have a partner to help support your operations for years to come. Contact Roger at Stern Company by calling 1-800-477-2744 or visit them online at stern.co. Stern Company, where problems meet solvers.
A lot of work goes into making Nebraska, Nebraska. Keeping it green. Helping it thrive. Making it fun. Everything that goes into caring for our outdoors, from waters to wildlife, plays a big role in making Nebraska home. Learn how we help conserve our state's natural resources at outdoornebraska.org.
Paid for by Nebraska Game and Parks. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
On the Block with Strick and Austin.
If Ewers throws that ball to the front pylon, Texas might have tied that game up and had a chance to win it.
That moment right there, it's one of those moments that every young man dreams about. There's 2 outcomes in that moment. You're a gamer or you tense up.
You're gamer, you're goner.
Or you're gone.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday, a little snowy outside, a little bit of wind. Everything I said, I was
Raff
looking,
got hate texted.
Yeah, I was looking down at the snow. I wasn't looking up in the air where the wind was winding. So to the person who texted in, I will not have to go out to the country. I know it's windy. So
there you go.
I made a mistake. Okay, it happens.
He's the most perfect person he knows.
And the nicest.
Yeah. And the nicest.
And the nicest.
Of course. Of course.
I mean, I make mistakes every once in a while. I mean, they don't happen all the time, but every once in a while.
There you go. I guess so. Guys, how about last night, right? Or not Nebraska. We wish Nebraska was in the national title. But nonetheless, Michigan is the champion. They are able to get the best of Washington when Washington looked nothing like what we saw in the semifinal. Looked nothing like it. Michael Penix was not comfortable all night. Doesn't help that Dylan Johnson was hurt from the very start. And, listen, at the start of the game, Michigan looked like they were just going to overpower them the entire game. I don't know why they ever stopped running the ball, but they decided to try to get J.J. McCarthy's arm warmed up a little bit, and it allowed Washington to come back into the game. But Blake Corum, Donovan Edwards, as they have been their entire time at Michigan together, that 1-2 punch is deadly.
Yeah, you know what? A lot of it, man, it's a lot of it stemmed from what we talked about earlier. I mean, yesterday, just Michigan being so deep and so physical, and Washington at time when they got it to, I think it was 20-13, 2014, whatever, 20-13, and even before then, Washington had their opportunities. And there were some in fact, Raff texted me, goes, man, Penix is missing some guys tonight. Penix was missing guys. A lot of that comes from pressure, not being comfortable, as you mentioned, Nick. Then I think in the fourth quarter, he was playing hurt because that dude looked like he could hardly breathe.
Gosh, yeah.
It looked like he took a rib shot to where he could hardly, I think he was trying to get the coach attention. Like, look, dude, I don't think he could breathe.
Well, then he put extra padding on. He had a larger pad on his right side.
Yeah.
And it still did not help him. And so, like, that is one thing I was going to say. And I was thinking about it in the first quarter when Dylan Johnson was hurt, when we knew Michael Penix wasn't 100% as well. Like, the storyline, if Washington was going to be able to come back and win that game, the storyline of Dylan Johnson playing banged up and having not only just an ankle injury, but a foot injury and a knee hurt, his knee injured. His whole entire left leg was just taped. And so when you look at that, the potential storyline there, the potential storyline with Michael Penix, it could have been so cool. And it bothered me watching Michigan celebrate. I there's something about it. Like, here's the thing. They were really, really talented. The Blake Corum, I have nothing against them. Like, the players or the coaches individually, I hated seeing Michigan win. I hated it.
You know, I got to be honest, guys. I didn't even watch the celebration. I said, and that's enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I quickly turned it off. But, I mean, like, Blake Corum's been on the airwaves. Like, we obviously, like, there's a lot of really talented players.
Correct.
There was just something about seeing Michigan win that I was like, gosh, this sucks. Like, I hate this. I don't get that feeling watching Alabama. I didn't get that feeling in 2014 watching Ohio State. I don't know. I wouldn't have gotten that feeling if it was Washington. I don't know where my disdain for Michigan came from, but I have it, and it's alive and well.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, I think the main thing with me, with Michigan winning, is just this mantra, this me against the world type of mentality.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
So much adversity. God, they
felt like that somebody was slighting you or something like that. First of all, I'm going to say this. Kudos to Michigan. They took care of business. Michigan, we've seen it firsthand here at Nebraska. I mean, they could have, let's be honest, they could have hung 60 on us when we played them at the time. Michigan was built different, cut different, and that's why they're now the national champions. The thing that's frustrating about that, it kind of reminds me of the Patriots, to where a team that obviously looked like they were, skirting the rules. They didn't have to. So it reminds me of the Patriots when they were allegedly, quote unquote, deflating balls and all the rest of that stuff. It's like, you didn't have to do that. And I think that's what frustrates me the most. And then you play this victim card. It's like, no, you kind of brought that on yourself.
That's a good point. It is like, they didn't have to do what they did. They would have still won all their games in previous years. They would have won, maybe not to the fashion that they did, the dominating fashion, but also we saw it last year. It didn't help them in the semis, or it didn't help them in the semi, or in the playoffs the last couple of years. And so, like, I think back to when, like, all this came out, and just the season for Jim Harbaugh. He's a very good football coach. There is no doubt about that in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, though, that if you were to ask me if you can have any coach in the NCAA, I don't know if Jim Harbaugh is my pick today. Like, I don't think he is. Like, normally that's the case. I'm taking Nick Saban. Like, I would be intrigued. I would rather have Kalen DeBoer as my head coach than Jim Harbaugh. And maybe it's not just on the field, but I think about, like, perception off the field.
Mm-hmm.
And when I look at, like, Michigan this year, think about the season that they've had, where it's like prior to the season even starting, you have the Jim Harbaugh investigation for lying to the FBI or to whoever was doing the questioning.
Mm-hmm.
Lies about that. He serves the suspension for that, comes back, and then immediately the sign stealing stuff comes up. And it just felt like one thing after another.
Yeah.
That then you come out and people just forget about the lying to the investigators part. People forgot about every little detail that in the moment seemed that they were a big deal, but now 5-6 weeks removed, people are like, okay, it's not that big a deal.
Well, even him last night.
Why? Because you won.
He's
and
like,
so then they come out. Sorry, Raff.
Yeah.
Then they come out and they're like, oh yeah, we did nothing wrong.
We're innocent.
What are you? Then why'd you serve a suspension? It's this. As you mentioned, AD, like, it's this victim mentality. I get it, guys deserve a second chance. I get it but here's the deal. There was major corruption in the last few years with Michigan football on multiple fronts, and there's no denying it. Does it make last night's win any less valuable? Probably not. But people are still going to be frustrated with how they're responding and playing the victim card, that, like, everybody lied about how they cheated and they broke the rules. Then why'd you serve a suspension?
Right. Downtown Scott, good morning, brother. He says, the other day, Sipple was talking on the YouTube about how people forget so quickly. No one is talking about the scandals at Michigan with Jim. Like, what? The world would have been celebrating with them if not for that stuff. And Downtown Scott, I agree with you. I think Harbaugh, the brown pants he would wear from Walmart and just the quirkisms and things like that, how it kind of related to the regular person. First of all, we're all regular, but you know what I mean, to where it just wasn't perceived as this big shot coach, because he always kind of was grounded. I think it taints it a little bit. Like I said, as far as the victory, it doesn't taint the fact that they were the most dominant team in college football.
Yeah.
But as far as in Downtown Scott's, to his point, it's kind of hard to be happy for him when there was so much scandal involved, with it.
And let's be honest, guys. This season was the perfect example of how, you win games, nobody cares.
Correct.
It was the perfect example of, if you win games, nobody cares. Because to that point, and that's kind of what I was just saying, if Michigan loses, if Michigan lost in that semifinal to Alabama, if they would have lost to Ohio State in the game, then people were talking about it.
Yeah.
But the fact that they continue to win, and they went 15-0, which is an incredible feat that unfortunately we have to take away some validity from the players.
Yeah.
We're sitting here going, we're having this conversation rather than, let's talk about how dominant Michigan was all season, which they were, but we can't bury the lead with, don't forget, they didn't have a head coach for more than 5 games this year.
Yeah. Right. No, I was laughing just the whole like the coaching job that he did was brilliant in the way that he made the team feel that all the adversity they were fighting and how they were them against the world.
Yeah.
When it was like all the stuff that they had caused, So
if you didn't do it, why didn't you carry it out? Like it's if you have nothing to hide, why'd you lie? If you did nothing wrong, why didn't you let the judicial system carry it out? If you didn't know about that's where it's like taking a suspension and settling, if you will, in an indirect way shows guilt in my eyes. And they did it because that was the easiest and from a program standpoint, quickest way to get their head coach back. Yeah, serve a 3-game suspension. And that might on the legal side might suffice, might get everything taken care of. But I think as college football fans, we're sitting here going on this day like, yeah, they were dominant all season, but we can't forget about how this season kind of unfolded. And it wasn't even just the sign stealing stuff. Don't forget the stuff that happened before the season. And it just and now he's going to the NFL. Like I would imagine he's going to the NFL.
I would think.
Get out of college. Look at especially after this year. All the off the field stuff.
And just the fact that now with like us talking the spillover, the college football coaches now, that is 24/7, 365 days a year. He goes to the NFL, he's going to probably get more money, if not the same money that he'd get in college.
Yeah.
And probably work 4, 5, 6 weeks less a year and not have that 24/7 mentality. Because usually with the professional athletes, they go off on their own and you always worry about them because you're their coach, but they're professionals. And if they don't bring up their end, you cut them, you release them, so forth. So I would think that the NFL would be his next stop.
I think it's ironic in that too, in that that offer from Michigan has been out there for a couple of weeks now, the 10-year, $125 million, and he's not signed it yet, or hasn't even said anything about it yet. So I don't know what he's going to do with that. Real quick, Notorious B.I.B. says, good morning to you, brother. He goes, did you guys hear about Harbaugh's promise to his team to get a Michigan 15-0 tattoo? I did not hear about that.
I had no clue about that.
No one here probably get like a face tattoo.
Yeah.
He's just that quirky.
Jim Harbaugh gets a Michigan versus everybody tattoo.
Well, Nick, to your point though, man, I mean, like I said, he'll get that similar money in the NFL, maybe not 125 million, but to Raff's point, we were talking about this yesterday as well. You're not recruiting anymore. You have actual time off. You just won a national championship. Your program's under a lot of scrutiny as far as that goes. Is this him riding off in the sunset?
Let's also be honest, guys. If more dirt ever becomes out in the public, Jim Harbaugh, if he's coaching the Chargers, he's not in trouble. It'll be Michigan that's in trouble. It's the Michigan's program that will get in trouble. Whether that's vacating scholarships, whether that's vacating wins, that's not Jim Harbaugh's not going to be suspended in the NFL. It's a completely different entity. So throughout all that,
it's similar to when Pete Carroll left USC when all that stuff went down there, and it was like, I'm not dealing with that. And Yep.
Yeah, and it's such it feels slimy, like it's a slimy business.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I mean, they won last night. Yes, they won. And in the stories with like his dad Jack and John on the sideline, like those are cool as long as you stay impartial in this. And I tried to last night, but like I woke up this morning thinking, man, like Michigan fans are probably the only one that really feel good about last night's victory. Like they're the only ones. Like I think general college football fans and like casual college football fans are sitting here going, yeah, like you just can't forget about everything that happened.
Well, Phil's got a good one. Good morning to you, Phil. He goes, I will never not assume that Harbaugh and Michigan cheated last night to win. This is now how I view the program. 2 3-game suspensions in one season. So punishments are minimal and don't matter. I'll just assume that they will continue to cheat. And I think, Phil, good morning to you. That's a good point, Phil. And I think it's unfortunate for the kids that are there because they didn't have anything to do with that stuff, man. I mean, they weren't
absolutely.
You would have thought the adults in the room would have took care of business on that. But yeah, it sucks for the students, for the student athletes there, because this was something above their heads. They weren't sending people out there to steal signs and things of that nature.
I just it's the way that Connor Stallions looked at the Rose Bowl too, like on the Chase, and the fact that he was hanging out with Chase Winovich, like those are I'm just not a fan. I'm just not. I can't actively be like, yeah, you know what? I'm happy that Michigan won last night. Like it's nothing. Like once again, it's nothing towards like the Blake Corums of the world and the JJ McCarthy's. I brushed my teeth with my left hand last night, so I have alpha brainwaves now. So like, I
are you doing that? Getting ready?
Oh yeah, getting ready. Yeah, no. If it works for JJ, it can work for Nick. So, but no, like I have nothing against those guys because they did their job last night. It's just like, dang, because now that I have a feeling that this guy's gonna go, and go to the NFL.
Yep.
And like we just said, leaving a program that almost fired him. They don't forget that.
It was close.
They almost fired him. They signed him to a 1-year deal, restructured his contract because Nebraska copied the Michigan way with Scott Frost.
Mm-hmm.
They almost fired him. They very well could have.
Right.
And he then returns that favor by doing all of this off the field, drawing all this distraction and negativity towards the university. He now leaves to the NFL. Hypothetically speaking, Michigan, if they ever get in trouble again while he was during his tenure, he doesn't get bothered. It doesn't bother him.
So what about this? So he's done all this stuff, but he brought the university a national championship. And as of now, they have a trophy, they have a national championship. I would assume they'll keep it. I don't think they'll ever take it away, but you never know with college football.
Yeah.
Wonder if somebody came up to you and said, Nebraska football, you can have the same exact deal. Oof. Would you take it?
As would the coach be leaving?
Sure.
I don't know. That's tough.
What's your question again, Ralph?
Okay, so all the stuff that we've talked about this morning.
If you replaced Nebraska with Michigan, would you take the national champion?
Yeah, I don't think you'd want it like that. I mean, if there's clouds of, I mean, you think about this. Michigan's even last championship in '97 has an asterisk by it. You know, I mean, I look at it like this. If Nebraska would have tied, if we would have tied Miami in '83 with a field goal, to me, that you didn't win. You know, and I'm not saying Michigan didn't win because they did win yesterday. But do you want a championship at any cost to where people are constantly, side-eyeing you saying, well, yeah, but look what you had to do to get it.
But you have the championship. I
don't want a championship like that.
Okay.
I don't think I do.
See,
either.
I would be interested to see, I know where I stand on that. But
where do you stand on that?
I wouldn't want it that way either.
Okay.
But
cool.
I have a hunch that there's a lot of people that cheer for the University of Nebraska that have seen the last 20-some years and would say, do we get to keep the title? But some people are going to look down on it. Yeah, I'll take it. And I bet there would be some people that would want a championship that way.
Man, I anytime it's tainted, and I'm not saying allegedly, no, the dude was suspended for 6 games. I mean, you're constantly wondering if, man, did they do this? Did they take this from it? I mean, to me, if you didn't do it the right way, man, you just didn't do it the right way. I think if you want a championship that bad, man, you've lost all just conscious of what sports is. If you want to win, you want to win. You don't want to win with an asterisk by it, like, man, yeah, but they cheated to get it. I mean, think about this. We're still talking about the Patriots. They didn't. It's like we said earlier, Nick. They didn't have to cheat to do it, but they did. Yeah. You look at Houston. You look at Houston with their World Series. People are still looking at them like, yeah, you got the ring, but that joker's tainted. You look at Florida State, all those when they beat us in '93. They know it's. In fact, as far as that goes, even talking to some of those guys, they know good and well that they didn't win that daggum.
But you haven't seen any of them give their rings back.
What's up?
You haven't seen any of them give their rings back.
They didn't give them back. But I'm saying, if you're a true competitor, you go dang well in your heart that you didn't win that game. You didn't win that game. You look at the NBA with the shortened seasons where people don't even consider the bubble season even really that much. And even the shortened season back in when they played it, when they were on strike, they played like a shortened season. I think San Antonio won or something like that. You always have people looking back saying, yeah, but. No one said, yeah, but in 94. No one said, yeah, but 95. 97, we had to split it with Michigan. But even Michigan, again, here we go. Michigan people still say Nebraska would have beat the smoke out of Michigan that year. We don't. I mean, I think we would, of course, maybe a little biased, yes. But to me, when you win a championship, you don't want any no doubts about it whatsoever.
AD, are you going to stick around for history or you got to bolt?
You know what, fellas? I'm going to bolt, let you guys handle it. I'm going to go dust off the ride out there and make my way to the Omaha airport and see what's going on with this weather. I mean, like right now, my phone keeps blowing up with alerts, so we'll see what happens with my flight. But hopefully, we'll be okay. Now, the good thing is, I know I'm here, and we take care of it.
There you go. All right, AD, travel safe, my man.
Appreciate
you as always. There he goes, Aaron Davis off to Dallas. All right, Raffy, history coming up.
All right, we'll throw it to break. Just the drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
We wait all pro football season for the big game. But will you come out on top? Warhorse Festival of Games is putting you at the center of the action with 2 chances to win big. Earn entries for our $100,000 prop card challenge daily at Warhorse Casino Lincoln. Enjoy slots, sports wagering, and horse racing. Then make your picks about the big game to be eligible to win. Qualifying entries will also be put in the running for your share of the $20,000 grand prize drawing. Increase your luck for the drawing by playing free online games on the Festival of Games website. Skip the trip to Vegas and get in on the big game right here at Lincoln's favorite place to play. And if that's not enough, our $1 Million Bracket Challenge for college basketball is coming soon. Full details are online at warhorsecasino.com. Warhorse Casino Lincoln, just minutes from downtown at Highway 77 and West Denton Road. Why not today? Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Tune in to the Malone Radio Show from 9 to 10 p.m. every Sunday night to learn more about the Malone Center's goal to eliminate multi-generational poverty in Lincoln. It's the Malone Radio Show every Sunday night from 9 to 10 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Your business runs like a well-oiled machine. It's important that your actual machines do too. Stern is here to make sure you don't have to worry about that. They provide solutions for heavy equipment and automotive fuels, lubricants, and equipment guard options. And with Stern's commitment to customer service for the past 40 years, you know you have a partner to help support your operations for years to come. Contact Roger at Stern Company by calling 1-800-477-2744 or visit them online at stern.co. Stern Company, where problems meet solvers.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, a chance of snow and blowing snow, especially this morning. Otherwise cloudy and windy this afternoon. We'll see a high of around 23. Tonight, mainly cloudy and cold. We'll see a low of around 9. And tomorrow, mostly sunny skies in the morning, then a slight chance of snow in the afternoon. We'll see a high of around 33. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Rick Heyman from Sartor Heyman Jewelers, inviting you to our new outlet jewelry store at 12th and O in downtown Lincoln. Amazingly, we still have fabulous items we bought 1 year ago and beyond. Well, you know what an outlet store is. Unbeatable prices throughout the store. Closeouts up to 70% off. Don't delay. When it's gone, it's gone. You won't see everything on our website, so you gotta come in. The Outlet by Sartor Heyman, where luxury and affordability meet. Opening November 25th in Lincoln at 12th and O.
Are you in the market for a new garage door or need to repair your old one? It's wintertime, and that means snow, wind, and freezing temperatures. All things that can cause sticky locks and damage to your door. If you're experiencing any issues with your commercial or residential garage door during the winter months, call Cameron Hall and his team at Doors Plus. Don't be trapped outside in the cold because of a poorly maintained garage door. Call Doors Plus today at 402-590-5800 or visit them online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday. Looks like there's some cars moving. Looks like the wind died down a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah, it did.
We good.
You were right, Raff.
Yeah, it wasn't windy.
Just breezy.
Breezy.
Probably nice on a warm day like this.
Yeah, nice brisk day.
So, anyway, you ready for history?
I'm ready.
All right, what do we got today?
Nope.
I've put the axe on the song.
What about the people that are like requesting to hear it one more time?
They're not.
Like a swan song.
I've put the axe on the song.
The song is ended.
It's done. It's dead.
It was a good run. It made it.
It made it about a year.
Yeah, maybe a tad bit longer than that.
About 6 months too long. So,
all right, history today. In 1977, the Oakland Raiders defeat the Minnesota Vikings in the Super Bowl 32-14.
Okay.
Now, this is a kind of a poignant Super Bowl because this was John Madden's only Super Bowl
in 77.
Win as a head coach.
Wow.
So John Madden has the highest winning percentage of any National Football League coach in the history. I mean, it's not even close.
Only one Super Bowl.
But one Super Bowl.
Wow.
He probably played, I think he was a coach for the Raiders for like 9 years. And I think he was in the AFC Championship game like 7 times. I mean,
just never didn't make it to the Super Bowl.
Just had some bad luck.
Yikes.
Ran into Pittsburgh a few times, ran into the Broncos, ran into, oh God, who was the other one? I'm missing one. Somebody help me out on the text line. But that was his only Super Bowl victory. It was 1977.
Against the Vikings.
Against the Vikings.
There you go.
And that brings me to another thing.
Okay.
It was in Pasadena, California at the Rose Bowl.
Oh, a Super Bowl was at the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's been a lot of Super Bowls at the Rose Bowl, actually. But that brings me to this. I agree with Kirk Herbstreit.
About?
I think every college football national championship game should be at the Rose Bowl.
Well, see, here's where you run into problems. Now, and it's in California, so take it with a grain of salt. You can't control the climate.
Yeah,
that's the reason.
But every day in California is beautiful.
It is. It could be. But you have to worry about that.
Yeah,
right? You don't want we talked about tainted championships. You don't want. You don't want weather.
I want football.
And you get football indoor. Why are so many people building domes? Well, to control the climate.
So they can have concerts in the off season.
Maybe that too.
No, I just see it like that atmosphere. Like you watched that Rose Bowl last week.
Yep.
And just the look of it and just the grass and just the outdoor.
I thought the atmosphere was good last night.
It was all right, but I just feel like games at the Rose Bowl are just
And
I never thought that until Kirk Herbstreit mentioned it. Now that I've seen it and I kind of compare the two, I'm like, I think every national championship game should be at the Rose Bowl.
So would that mean then the semifinals are never at the Rose Bowl?
Nope. They can be elsewhere.
So hold on. Yeah, I was to say exactly. I think that would have to be what you do. is you take away that you make the Rose Bowl, the quote unquote Rose
championship game
every year is the championship.
And then you
game.
can have the semifinal games at like the Orange
Sugar Bowl, Rose Bowl,
Peach
or excuse me, Sugar Bowl, Orange Bowl, Peach
Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Which, by the way, Fiesta Bowl during the day was garbage this year.
Oh, man.
It was not good.
Orange.
They tried, or maybe it was the Orange Bowl, whoever played it during the day.
I think they both were. And I'm just like,
yeah.
I remember like, but we'll get to more history here in a second. And just what reminds me, but I remember like just the build up during the day that actually the Fiesta Bowl back in the 80s was during the day. I forget that. It was during the day, but it was the Fiesta Bowl at like 1 o'clock. So I remember Nebraska and Michigan played in that.
Yeah.
And then at night, it was the build up to the Orange Bowl. And it's like, oh yeah, Don Criqui in Miami. But oh well. And then today in 1991, baseball officially bans Pete Rose from being elected to the Hall of Fame.
Oh dang.
1991. So he's going on almost, man, going
Needs
over
to change
30.
it. Needs
Over
to-
30 years now.
Stupid.
So he's still waiting.
That's stupid.
This day in 2000, Dan Marino played in his final career NFL game.
Okay. Dan Marino,
one of the best. Can you imagine what Dan Marino would do in today's game? I mean, I see the statistics that, like the Tom Brady's have put up and the Peyton Manning's.
Yeah.
But Dan Marino, I mean, he was in the 80s, he was taking hits and he was still putting up 4,000, 5,000 yard seasons. So Dan Marino in today's game would be crazy. And then birthdays, born on this date, 1934, Bart Starr, former Green Bay Packer great Bart Starr. It would be his birthday today. And then going back to the bowl games, today would have been Dick Enberg's birthday. And Dick Enberg, just something about his voice in big games, Orange Bowl games. I believe he called the Florida State. He called the Florida State game, if I recall.
Okay.
I think it was the Florida State Nebraska game in 93. But it was just something about Dick Enberg in big games. So,
right.
The memories.
There you go. The memories.
Bring
Just
the
like that.
Rose Bowl as the national championship
Every
game.
single time.
Every single game.
There you go. All right, Raffi, what do we got in the 9 o'clock hour here coming up?
Oh, we'll talk some more about the national championship game. Saw they came out with the final AP rankings for college football.
Yep.
We got the 2 early rankings for next year. We got all sorts of stuff. Football, and more football.
There you go.
All right, we'll throw it to break. Just the drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
You can get diesel anywhere, but what about atomic diesel? That comes from Stern. Atomic Diesel is your solution to all your cold weather problems. Prevent clogged fuel filters, increase your fuel economy, and save money with Atomic Diesel. Contact Roger at Stern today by calling 1-800-477-2744 to see how Atomic Diesel and the rest of their line of fuels and lubricants can keep your operation running at max capacity. Are you looking for a new spot to relax and unwind? The Post, located on the south side of the Telegraph District on the corner of 20th and N Street, is perfect for a group hangout or a relaxing evening. The Post has plenty of exciting events open to the public, like Whiskey Wednesday and poker tournaments on Sundays. Looking for a spot for a private event? Ask them about their indoor patio. The Post, located at 20th and N Street in Lincoln.
If you're not going to Memorial Stadium for a home game and don't have any travel plans for away games, there's a great place in Omaha to catch the action, the Inner Rail Food Hall. There's plenty of space. The Backstretch Bar has amazing game specials on game days. $15 Blue Moon and Bud Light pitchers, $6 margaritas, and $6 Moscow Mules. And if you're hungry, take in some of their great options from their game day pizza specials. Do football game day right in the Inner Rail Food Hall in Exarban Village in Omaha.
Tune in to the Malone Radio Show from 9 to 10 p.m. every Sunday night to learn more about the Malone Center's goal to eliminate multi-generational poverty in Lincoln. It's the Malone Radio Show every Sunday night from 9 to 10 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, this is Pastor Tom. Did you know there's a place kids can seek out help when they're away from home and something goes wrong? They find themselves in a difficult spot or even a dangerous situation. Maybe another child is bullying them or a stranger is following them. Perhaps on a date and things just go bad. In Lincoln, here's where they can find help. It's called Safe Place. Safe Place is a national program for children taking place in thousands of cities across the United States. The People City Mission is sponsoring this program in our community and has set up a number of businesses, fire stations, schools, and nonprofits around the city to become safe locations where kids can seek out help. They just need to look for the big yellow sign that says Safe Place on it. Then go inside and ask for help. We will be quickly connected to them and ensure they make it back home or to whatever resources are needed. If you'd like to find out more about Safe Place and ways in which you can get involved, just go to pcmlincoln.org. Remember, when we all do a little, we change a lot.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Is your furnace operating like you think it should? Find out with a service check now from the pros at Bryant. No matter what make or model, Bryant will perform a thorough system check to make sure you're good to go this winter. Bryant also offers free second opinion heat exchanger checks. Before you spend thousands on a new furnace, let Bryant check it free. Anytime you need furnace service or repair, just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing, 467-1111. We do whatever it takes.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Today's agenda includes office meetings this morning, followed by a client lunch, then back to the office for another meeting, and ending the day with a presentation at a client's office. When you are on the go, you need an office phone that goes with you. At Hamilton, our business phone systems make it easy to sync your office phone features to your cell phone for quick and seamless call handling, no matter where you work. If your current office phone can't do this, you need better. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
This is your captain. We are going to be experiencing some slight turbulence. Please fasten your... Oh, hold on. Just got a video of my cat.
Imagine the pilot of an airplane was as confident as you are texting and driving. Seems kind of crazy when you put it like that.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it twice a day.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it in the morning and before dinner.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it, and share it with my doctor. Nearly 1 in 2 U.S. adults have high blood pressure. That's why it's important to self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. It starts with a monitor.
Now that I know my blood pressure numbers, I talked with my doctor. We're getting those numbers down.
Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. Talk to doctor now and share it.
Be next to talk to your doctor about your blood pressure numbers. Get down with your blood pressure. Self-monitoring is power. Learn more at manageyourbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's home service ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those round trips, which are perfect on your way there and perfect on your way back? Or those meetings with friends, surprise parties, camps, birthdays. The same way you plan for the important moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. And Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Welcome into The Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sand Hills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday.
Raff, I got something for you.
Yes.
Hold on. Here we go.
How sweet does this little bath feel right now?
It's pretty great. You know, you watch this confetti come down. It's like thousands of confetti. It tells a story. There's a story in every one of those pieces of confetti to me. Maize and blue confetti.
There you go. Maize and blue. There's a piece of every single one of those confetti tell a story.
Okay, I'm going to be honest here. That's cheesy. And
it is.
All those pieces of confetti don't have a story. They're just confetti that were cut from a piece of paper and
they're all the same piece of paper
thrown down.
They're all the same piece of paper.
And I guess what I don't know if it scared me, just the way he looked up at him, like he was like looking at him, like each one going, "Oh yeah, there's the story of that piece of confetti that was born." And I was just like, "Wow."
There's the Connor Stallions confetti there, and the FBI confetti there, and there it is.
Oh, I was just like, I did not know that's where he was going to go, but
the restructured contract confetti there.
That's
everything.
So yeah, it's always interesting, but they got the confetti dropped on them.
They did.
AP Top 25 came out. Michigan, the unanimous #1 team in the country.
There it is.
Kind of surprises me a little bit. Usually the top 4 usually stand pat, but it actually kind of flipped a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Georgia took over the #4 slot, and Alabama dropped to 5.
Isn't that weird how people are sitting here today saying the best team in the country wasn't playing in the semis? Even the best team in the country was Georgia. There's multiple people I've seen, I've read, I've heard of saying, listen, Georgia was the best team in the country. I don't know. I think the 4 teams are pretty good.
Yeah, I think I was good with the 4 teams, but I am excited for a 12-team playoff.
Yeah.
So then Georgia, if they're in that top 12, they have a chance to defend their title.
Yeah.
And they get a playoff to do it. FSU, they stood pat at 6, which
by the way
kind of surprised me a little bit, just for the fact
with FSU. Well, you got to remember it's computers in this.
Yeah.
Computers. FSU. I don't know if you saw Tate Rodemaker, their quarterback, who entered the portal a couple weeks ago, where he's projected to land. Southern Miss. Think about that step down.
Yeah,
he's projected to go to Southern Miss, going from Florida State, where he could. And this goes back to, like, for me, Raff, playing in the bowl games.
Yeah.
Because I think back to, like, okay, what would that opportunity have given him? Tate Rodemaker specifically.
Yeah.
It would be an opportunity to show a Power 5 program.
Miss.
Hey, I got a good enough football game to where I can play for you guys, right? But Southern Miss, like that's not even in the top echelon of Group of 5.
Yeah, McCord went to Syracuse?
McCord went to Syracuse.
See, and that's another one too. You're leaving.
Well, McCord entered the portal way too soon.
Yeah,
that's what the issue was.
Yeah,
it's the same situation of like, if you're not one of those, we saw it even with like Cam Ward, where it's like the time that they go into the portal plays a factor, right? And
yeah, it's
I don't know
it's wild.
Like the only way we'd be able to find this out is like asking a true college football coach currently of like, when you assess guys in the portal, how much do you value bowl games?
Yeah.
How much do you value them playing in their bowl game?
Correct.
Would you rather go get a quarterback right at the start, or would you rather them wait a couple of weeks, get some thoughts and ideas under in their head of what they're going to look for, and then enter the portal? Because I don't know, like Syracuse and Kyle McCord.
Well, you
frankly, Nebraska and then Syracuse were the only two teams that were really pursuing McCord.
And you got a brand new coach at Syracuse.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to, man, he's got to look back and just kind of be like, I think I would have liked my odds competing for the starting job at Ohio State, having that you had a year under your belt.
Here's what I mean,
and the experience.
We said this earlier this week. Maybe it was Friday. Like, does it not feel like a lateral move with Will Howard?
Yeah.
Like from now they got that talented running back transfer from Ole Miss, Quinshawn Jenkins.
Yeah.
But I look at like the quarterback position, and if Ohio State was always going to go out and get a quarterback, and if Kyle McCord didn't suffice for them in their eyes, I feel like they went out and got just maybe a little bit more of a mobile Kyle McCord.
Yeah.
I don't know if is Will Howard capable of taking you to a championship game?
I think you got a backup. I think Lincoln Kienholz.
No way. I don't think so.
I think Kienholz will be the starter.
There's no way Will Howard leaves to go be a
I think
backup.
he did.
No way.
I think he did.
It's fascinating.
Because what did we just say? A lateral move with McCord. So McCord probably thought he was going to be the backup next year, so he had to get out. So I'm looking at Will Howard lateral move. I would have to think that he's going to be the backup next year.
Jeez. I didn't mean lateral move for Will Howard.
Yeah.
I meant lateral move for Ohio State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
maybe. I don't know. Obviously, we're not privy to those conversations between McCord and Ryan.
It will not surprise me one bit next year if Lincoln Kienholz is the starter to start the year.
Well, then you also got Devin Brown.
Yeah.
So
maybe it'll be the third string quarterback.
Yeah, there you go. Quarterback attrition is bound to happen in Columbus. Yep. I just we can look at this two-sided, right? From Will Howard's point of view, if even there's a thought of you not playing, now you kind of got pushed out because of Manhattan because you have Avery Johnson waiting in the wings. You're also going to get a new offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
So like you get pushed out somewhat, and you're sitting there going, well, I'm not ready for the NFL. I need to find somewhere where I can either pursue a championship or improve my draft stock. or both. And maybe you were able to do that at USC. There's also plenty of other places around the country that maybe you can't compete for a true national title, but you can certainly improve your draft stock. I don't know if you can do either one of those at Ohio State. Yes, depending on the Michigan situation, I think.
True.
But is Ohio State close to being a favorite for a title next year? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Not especially in the new landscape of the Big Ten Conference. Not when you have Oregon, and not when a Big Ten title even. I don't think so.
Well, actually, in the much too early top 25, they have Ohio State the third best odds of.
You're losing Marvin Harrison Jr. You're losing.
I wonder why they're so high in this. That surprises me.
It just feels like now they're making change at coordinator. They're going to bring in a guy, and he's going to do all the vetting and figure out who's going to stick around. Yeah. Brian Hartline is the only one to be considered safe up there in Columbus. But man, it just does not feel like Ohio State's a true national championship contender any more that they are with Will Howard than they were with Kyle McCord.
True. I
or
agree.
Even if with Lincoln Kienholz. It's just an interesting situation. And it feels like if we were doing sports radio up in Columbus, Ohio right now, we'd be sitting there saying, how great do you feel about the quarterback room? You go through this 6-7 years where you have really, really good collegiate quarterbacks. The CJ Strouds, Dwayne Haskins, rest in peace, JT Barrett,
Cardale
Jones in the championship game.
Joe Burrow.
I know I'm missing a couple of them.
Burrow.
Justin Fields. But you went through that streak of quarterbacks, and now you have, not only did your starter enter the portal right away, but you went out and it took you, almost the full entire time to find a quarterback.
No, I hear you.
It's a real interesting situation, especially in today's age of college football, where quarterback means everything.
And then I moved down to number 8 in the final poll. This might be the most team to watch, I think, in the country. Missouri.
Elijah Drinkwitz, man.
I did not realize how young he was.
Yeah. Elijah Drinkwitz. Former Appalachian State guy.
I think next year, they are a legitimate team. They got a great recruiting class coming in.
Yep. They have 5 stars. They have a couple 5 stars.
I think they learned this year that they can go up and they can play against anyone.
Mm-hmm.
They're
fun.
They're my
fun.
team.
They're fun to watch. Now they do have to replace their running back who had over 1,500 yards rushing.
Yeah.
They do have to replace him. We saw him in the Cotton Bowl against Ohio State.
They got Kwan. Kwan's coming in.
They have Kwan Lacey coming in. Obviously, they do have to replace their defensive coordinator, because their defensive coordinator left to go to Oklahoma and be their defensive coordinator. So they have to replace him. But Elijah Drinkwitz, man, he's built something in a very short time at Missouri. Missouri was a bottom feeder in the SEC.
Yeah.
They were bad.
Well, they had the few years when they first went to the SEC where they made it to the title game because the way the divisions were.
Yes.
And then now, even this year, there was talk about even Drinkwitz, like, I don't know if he's the man for the job, but man, this year he just totally. I look at them next year and years to come to be one of those teams that pesky.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That sits in that in the 12-team playoff. That sits in that 5 to 8 range.
Yeah.
That you're like, you know what? If they get a nice draw against a 3 seed or against a 2 seed, you feel like they could make the upset.
Definitely,
they could do something. So.
Yeah, I know there's some people out here that they don't want the 4-team playoff to go, but man, I just look at the possibilities of the 12-team playoff.
I sit there and I watch the semifinal games 2 weeks ago, and I say, how could you not want more of this?
Yeah.
I understand the whole devaluing the Ohio Husker. The 12 team playoff is going to kill the best regular season of sports. I'm not sure it is.
I don't know.
I think
you're gonna have guys battling for the late seeds. So I think it's gonna be more. I just think
it's gonna make it's gonna get people to watch every single conference championship game and be fully aware of what's on the line.
And you're gonna get some more meaningful games at the end of the year, because right now we have basically 3 meaningful games.
Yeah,
because all the other bowl games, they're great, and I understand that. For the programs, it's good to win a bowl game, and it's great. But from a national standpoint, I can't say a lot of people care until the final 3 games.
No, yeah, you're
so now you're
right.
gonna add on.
It felt like this year the New Year's 6 games weren't that important.
Oh, I care less.
That's why
one team
the Fiesta Bowl is at 11 a.m.
Yeah, a team getting beat 63-3.
Yeah,
at least you're going to get more players to stay and play more games, and you're going to have more competitive games. So I'm all for the 12. I'm for a 16-team playoff.
Hello.
More games, the better.
There it is.
More meaningful games.
There it is. All right, Raffy, let's send us to break.
All right, we'll go to break. Just the drive. 93.7 The Ticket.
Your business runs like a well-oiled machine. It's important that your actual machines do too. Stern is here to make sure you don't have to worry about that. They provide solutions for heavy equipment and automotive fuels, lubricants, and equipment guard options. And with Stern's commitment to customer service for the past 40 years, you know you have a partner to help support your operations for years to come. Contact Roger at Stern Company by calling 1-800-477-2744 or visit them online at stern.co. Stern Company, where problems meet solvers.
This is Rick Heyman from Sartor Heyman Jewelers, inviting you to our new outlet jewelry store at 12th and O in downtown Lincoln. Amazingly, we still have fabulous items we bought 1 year ago and beyond. Well, you know what an outlet store is.
Unbeatable prices throughout the store. Closeouts up to 70% off. Don't delay. When it's gone, it's gone. You won't see everything on our website, so you gotta come in. The Outlet by Sartor Heyman, where luxury and affordability meet. Opening November 25th in Lincoln at 12th and O.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197. Are you looking for a new spot to relax and unwind? The Post, located on the south side of the Telegraph District on the corner of 20th and N Street, is perfect for a group hangout or a relaxing evening. The Post has plenty of exciting events open to the public, like Whiskey Wednesday and poker tournaments on Sundays. Looking for a spot for a private event? Ask them about their indoor patio. The Post, located at 20th and N Street in Lincoln.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, a chance of snow and blowing snow, especially this morning. Otherwise cloudy and windy this afternoon. We'll see a high of around 23. Tonight, mainly cloudy and cold. We'll see a low of around 9. And tomorrow, mostly sunny skies in the morning and a slight chance of snow in the afternoon. We'll see a high of around 33. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
24/7 threat monitoring, expert tech support, streamlined communications. Allo has a solution for that. Protect your business with Allo Business. Comprehensive firewall security, Microsoft Teams voice-integrated communications, cybersecurity and IT support managed by experts. From productivity to peace of mind, Allo has a solution for that. Allo means business. Protect your business by visiting allofiber.com/business.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Tune in to the Malone Radio Show from 9 to 10 p.m. every Sunday night to learn more about the Malone Center's goal to eliminate multi-generational poverty in Lincoln. It's the Malone Radio Show every Sunday night from 9 to 10 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Today's agenda includes office meetings this morning, followed by a client lunch, then back to the office for another meeting, and ending the day with a presentation at a client's office. When you are on the go, you need an office phone that goes with you. At Hamilton, our business phone systems make it easy to sync your office phone features to your cell phone for quick and seamless call handling, no matter where you work. If your current office phone can't do this, you need better. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
Husker fans, your 4th-ranked Nebraska wrestling team needs you to pack the Bob Devaney Sports Center on Friday, January 12th for their Big Ten home opener and a top 5 matchup against number 2 Iowa. The duel will begin at 6:30, and the first 300 fans will receive a Nebraska wrestling shirt. For more information or to secure your tickets, visit huskers.com/tickets or call 402-472-3111.
On the block with Strick and Austin.
If Ewers throws that ball to the front pylon, Texas might have tied that game up and had a chance to win it.
That moment right there, it's one of those moments that every young man dreams about. There's 2 outcomes in that moment. You're a gamer or you tense up.
You're a gamer, you're a goner.
Or you're a goner.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. This segment is sponsored by Florial's Italian Restaurant and Grill, just south of Lincoln Southwest High School on 14th and Pine Lake Road. Florial's Italian Restaurant provides a cozy, family-friendly setting where good food and good company come together, whether it's a family dinner, a date night, or a catch-up with old friends. Florial's is the perfect place to make special memories. All you have to do is visit FlorialsNE.com or call 402-423-5576 to make reservations or place takeout orders. So, all right, Nick, I was looking down at this top 25, the end of the year, top 25.
Oh, boy.
3 teams creeped up into the top 25 that were not in the top 25 at the end of the year.
Okay.
You got Kansas State.
Okay.
18th. That's a...
Who did Kansas State play in their bowl game?
Oh, I can't remember.
That makes them...
But they started their quarterback.
Yep, Avery Johnson.
Yeah, he played fairly decent.
It wasn't Louisville because Louisville played USC. NC State. It was NC State in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. How can we forget that? How can we forget that?
Best trophy ever.
Yeah. Pop-Tarts Bowl, by the way, coming back next year. It's been confirmed.
Nice.
So Kansas State crept in 18th.
18th.
With Avery Johnson.
Clemson.
Yep.
Number 20.
Clemson beat who did they play? Because they beat...
This is like the thing with these bowl games. You just don't remember because they just weren't that
Well, there's a lot of
meaningful.
them, too. There was a lot of them as well. Clemson beat somebody.
So Clemson, well, Dabo said, buy stock when they're low because you're going to love us when they're high. So look for that. And then at number 23, from Lawrence, Kansas.
The Jayhawks.
The Kansas Jayhawks.
All right.
9-4. If you would have said that 3 years ago when Lance took the job, I think every fan in Kansas would have said, yes, we'll take that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and that's what I was saying. I mean, I'll revisit this. The biggest win of the offseason or of the coaching carousel was not having anybody hire Lance Leipold.
Stayed there.
That's a huge win for Kansas.
Yeah.
Forget
Have
the
you
bowl
seen
game.
Have you seen their stadium lately?
I know they're renovating it quite a bit.
Other than the press box, the entire stadium has been demolished pretty much.
Jeez.
It's unreal.
Have you been in the locker rooms at Kansas? Because they walk out of like a separate building.
Yeah.
Don't they?
Well,
or maybe it's the visitors walk out of a separate
I think the
building.
visitors do.
Gotcha.
But now it's all gone.
It's all going to be together?
It's all gone.
Jeez.
It's so crazy.
That's what happens when you win.
Day after the season.
Yeah.
And I saw a picture of it. It's like, so when they built the press box on top of the stadium, they used like the stilt system.
Okay.
So you see this press box sitting on stilts and some of the seats there, but everything else is demolished.
That's
so I
crazy.
think the plan is, I haven't got the verification yet, but it sounds like they're going to be playing their home games at Arrowhead next year.
Wow. That's one of those places where I would really enjoy watching a game as a fan in Lawrence. That'd be a really fun spot.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see.
Because Lawrence is a really fun college town.
Oh yeah. Been there time or two.
I had a couple baseball games I had to play on Kansas's field. So yeah, Lawrence is a fun baseball town.
So when they get all that done, because what it's supposed to be when they finish it, the stadium will be pretty much, brand new, and then they're gonna have like all the stuff around it, and it's gonna be like a touristy type environment.
Jeez.
So it'll be really cool when it's finished. So now, as I conclude my top 25, now for the question of the day.
Okay.
At any point next year, will Nebraska creep into the top 25?
I don't know. I think it's difficult to talk about expectations this early, right?
It's too early top 25 time.
I know. I understand that. But I think you look at the pieces on Nebraska's roster. You're intrigued, right? And it also starts out, you get the games like Colorado at home.
Yeah.
You get, I believe, Northern Iowa comes to town as well. So you get a couple of not cakewalks necessarily, but it's similar to where it's like, all right, you get a chance to not only open the season with something other than a Big Ten conference game, you also get to have a couple of the easier games at home, and the Power 5 team that you're playing in the non-con, you also get at home this season as well, instead of having to go on the road, whether that's to a Minnesota, whether that's to a Colorado, whatever the case may be, to Illinois. You get them at home. And so I think if you're talking about just general improvement, Nebraska needs to create some, right? Like, although we can't sit here and just chalk up mistakes and chalk up losses to freshman quarterback, new pieces on offense, new pieces on defense.
Yeah.
From a program standpoint, you have to continue elevating yourself in my eyes.
Yeah.
And you have to continue having like a standard that we always talked about with Scott Frost. So while they do have a true freshman quarterback, while they do have new pieces on their roster, obviously you have a lot of guys returning as well. The wide receivers returning, running backs returning, offensive line returning.
Yeah.
There's no reason Nebraska should not start out hot next season.
Yeah.
Zero reason.
I think there's a very good chance that the way Nebraska, just the way they're set up and with the schedule, I think you will see Nebraska, if anything, garner some top. I mean, it'll be just great just to see Nebraska garner a couple top 25 votes. I mean, it's been so long since, used to be a time it was just a given you'd see Nebraska. Now it's like, it's been so long. It's like, I just want to see Nebraska get some votes. I remember like with Kansas, when last year when they started out not hot run and they started getting some votes in the top 25, and just the excitement that builds. So please, let's get some votes.
That's a far ways away. We're not even 24 hours removed from the last game of the season.
I know. And everybody's eyes are on April 27th.
There you go. Spring game, a little bit later this year, hopefully to get a little bit of better weather, because it's been not only rainy in years past where they've had to postpone or cancel the game, they've also had it to where it's been brutally cold. And so
could you imagine if they had to cancel the game this year?
Oh,
the uprise?
Not a fan.
Ah!
All right, Raffy.
All right.
Break.
We'll send it a break. Just the drive. 93.7 The Ticket.
Tune in to the Malone Radio Show from 9 to 10 p.m. every Sunday night to learn more about the Malone Center's goal to eliminate multi-generational poverty in Lincoln. It's the Malone Radio Show every Sunday night from 9 to 10 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Husker fans, your fourth-ranked Nebraska wrestling team needs you to pack the Bob Devaney Sports Center on Friday, January 12th for their Big Ten home opener and a top 5 matchup against number 2 Iowa. The duel will begin at 6:30, and the first 300 fans will receive a Nebraska wrestling shirt. For more information or to secure your tickets, visit huskers.com/tickets or call 402-472-3111.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys and Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Are you looking for a new spot to relax and unwind? The Post, located on the south side of the Telegraph District on the corner of 20th and N Street, is perfect for a group hangout or a relaxing evening. The Post has plenty of exciting events open to the public, like Whiskey Wednesday and poker tournaments on Sundays. Looking for a spot for a private event? Ask them about their indoor patio. The Post, located at 20th and N Street in Lincoln.
How was your drive to school?
Let me tell you, I had to get my iced coffee first. I just can't seem to put it down. My favorite rapper just announced a tour. My phone was buzzing like crazy. I'm so excited. I had to text all my friends right then to talk about it. Then someone started calling me and...
Let's try that again.
I turned my phone off right away. I never drive distracted.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, a chance of snow and blowing snow, especially this morning. Otherwise cloudy and windy this afternoon. We'll see a high of around 23. Tonight, mainly cloudy and cold. We'll see a low of around 9. And tomorrow, most sunny skies in the morning and a slight chance of snow in the afternoon. We'll see a high of around 33. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you want all the latest technologies from those big banks, but you also want that hometown feel when you walk in the front doors, choose Midwest Bank. They have top-notch technology. They make banking so easy, and they also have the friendliest staff who will take their time to get to know you and treat you like family. You get the best of both worlds when you choose Midwest Bank. I live on the go, and now I can bank on the go. With Midwest Bank, I have everything I need at my fingertips. I'm volleyball player Allie Batenhorst, and at Midwest Bank, you'll love banking here.
Today's agenda includes office meetings this morning, followed by a client lunch, then back to the office for another meeting, and ending the day with a presentation at a client's office. When you are on the go, you need an office phone that goes with you. At Hamilton, our business phone systems make it easy to sync your office phone features to your cell phone for quick and seamless call handling, no matter where you work. If your current office phone can't do this, you need better. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
If you can plan barbecues and weddings, you can plan to protect yourself from a natural disaster. Sign up for local alerts, prepare an emergency kit, and make a family communications plan. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Is your furnace operating like you think it should? Find out with a service check now from the pros at Bryant. No matter what make or model, Bryant will perform a thorough system check to make sure you're good to go this winter. Bryant also offers free second opinion heat exchanger checks. Before you spend thousands on a new furnace, let Bryant check it free. Anytime you need furnace service or repair, just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing, 467-1111. We do whatever it takes.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and we'd like to say thank you for a record-setting 2023. So let's start off 2024 with the bang. They've got huge trade-in bonuses and finance bonusing happening right now on our new inventory at Koppel. Get up to $8,500 off select new models at Koppel. So if you're shopping for a new GM product, go to our website at koppelcars.com. You won't believe the discounts. Make that short money-saving drive down 144th Street. You'll be glad you did. Must have trade and finance with roof credit. Stock number G207684.
As an 18-year-old, I let my mistakes kind of take over my life. I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it.
10 years later, at age 28, Jackie finished her high school diploma.
When I found out that I was pregnant, I know that I had to do something for myself if I wanted to make her a better person and provide a better life for her. My family never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew what I could become and who I could become as a person. My support team is amazing. The educational director, my sister, and even my 7-year-old daughter has just been more than the support that I could ask for. I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Chris Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. We're proudly sponsored by Sand Hills Global. Sand Hills Global is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Career and internship opportunities are available at the global headquarters in Lincoln. Apply today at sandhills.jobs. Got it. Boom.
Raffy, 8 p.m. tonight, Nebraska, Purdue.
Oh, yeah.
At Pinnacle Bank Arena.
Taking down the number one team in the country. Mark it down.
Nebraska, last year when Purdue came to town, it actually went to overtime. You might remember Keisei Tominaga hit a big shot near the end of regulation. However, Nebraska shot really poorly from the free throw line in that game. Derek Walker did a pretty good job containing Zach Edey as best he could. However, at that time, true freshman Fletcher Lawyer was really, really dangerous for the Boilermakers against Nebraska. And he's doing good things this season also, once again, for Purdue. So tonight, if you haven't heard the news, Bryce Williams, questionable with a little bit of an ankle injury. Rink Mass seems to be good to go, which is really good. But once again, Nebraska guard play is going to have to step up.
Yep. And it seems like usually when a team comes off a loss, it kind of refocuses them a little bit. So I'm hoping that we can use that loss against Wisconsin on Saturday to propel Nebraska tonight, kind of light a fire under them, I guess.
Look at what the loss against Minnesota did to Nebraska, did for Nebraska, and how they kind of utilized it. I think you hope for a similar result tonight. It's going to be a much tougher test maybe than it was against Michigan State. Purdue's a very, very good team. They've been obviously number one in the country, but they've been the better team all year long in terms of comparison to everybody else in the country. So I think when you look at Nebraska, though, that they're going to have to be able to stay out of foul trouble. This is not a game where Rink Mass can sit down early with 2 fouls, or Josiah Alec for that matter. I think Nebraska, they're going to have to get a body on Zach Edey every single time.
Is there any word on Blaze Keita yet, or still? Man, I would
still just waiting.
Maybe this can be the night, a surprise.
We'll see. I mean, I think also this is a game where CJ Wilcher coming off the bench is going to play a big part, and Nebraska needs to be able to put in fresh legs to run with Purdue, and not have their offense go dormant. Not that necessarily has in weeks past, but you're just facing a lot better of a basketball team today.
It'd be a fun night for Keisei to get hot.
It would be. I think that there's going to be a lot. Hopefully by then the roads are safer to drive on. I think they're okay now as long as you take it slow. Be safe out there. But I think if you're planning on making your way down to Pinnacle Bank Arena, I think there's going to be a good crowd on hand. You don't have to worry about rushing from work. You can come on down here early, grab some dinner, take your time getting down to Pinnacle Bank Arena just to be safe, and cheer on the Huskers tonight, because hopefully we can, as Husker fans, kind of shock the world. So
exactly.
All right, Raff, you ready for Raff's good take?
I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready.
Hold on one second. I got to pull up the music because I forgot it.
All good.
But yeah, so once again, just 8 p.m. That game tonight, by the way, as I mentioned yesterday, on Peacock, not on the Big Ten Network. So make sure that we don't want people freaking out because they can't find it on the Big Ten Network. It's on Peacock tonight. So either find somebody with a subscription, get yourself one, or go somewhere that has one. So, all right, Raff, here we go.
It's time for Raff's Good Take. It's time for Raff's Good Take. It's time for Raff's Good Take right now.
There you go.
All right, everybody. Today's Raff's Good Take goes out to the City of Lincoln snow removal crews for all the work that they've done over the night. And driving here this morning, made it. There were no issues. Seems like all the crews that come past the window here, always in a good mood, always waving, saying hi. I think they're honorary Raff's roadies.
They could
I
be.
believe it. But I just want to thank the City of Lincoln snow removal crews for all the hard work you guys do, and girls. It's much appreciated. Continue the great work. And that is Raff's Good Take.
All right. Well, Raffy,
do you have Peacock?
I do.
Perfect.
I think so.
Awesome. Just
I know somebody that does.
Perfect.
Yeah, we're
even
good.
better.
Sounds good. So there you go. 8 p.m. Peacock is the place to watch Huskers and Boilermakers tonight. If you're driving around, be safe. Appreciate you guys listening as always. Raff, take it home.
All right, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Be nice to each other, and we will talk to you tomorrow.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
24/7 threat monitoring, expert tech support, streamlined communications. Allo has a solution for that. Protect your business with Allo Business. Comprehensive firewall security, Microsoft Teams voice integrated communications, cybersecurity and IT support managed by experts. From productivity to peace of mind, Allo has a solution for that. Allo means business. Protect your business by visiting allofiber.com/business.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and we'd like to say thank you for a record-setting 2023. So let's start off 2024 with the bang. They've got huge trade-in bonuses and finance bonusing happening right now on our new inventory at Koppel. Get up to $8,500 off select new models at Koppel. So if you're shopping for a new GM product, go to our website at koppelcars.com. You won't believe the discounts. Make that short money-saving drive down 144th Street. You'll be glad you did. Must have trade and finance with roof credit. Stock number G20768.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you